Hey everybody, happy Saturday night. Thanks for coming out. Started it 30 minutes later because the last two times, starting at 9:30, people were filtering in after 30 minutes. I don't know if there's another stream going on or something, but I thought I'd give it an extra half hour. I hope to bring Mark Tanner on in a few minutes. Brief announcement is that we're getting close to wrapping the series up, unless some things happen. Tonight, I just have the remaining 4 songs that I have of the unreleased demos. And I think, rough tracks from the unreleased album. And unless some people roll in and want to hear something that I played before, that'd be cool. I can do that too. But got a special guest that I will announce a little bit later in the show tonight. An original founding member. No, not founding member. An original member of Dirty Helen will be joining me next Saturday night. And we'll be playing the tracks that we haven't played on the stream that he recorded on and co-wrote as well. So I'm excited about that. I'll let you guys that know the band think about what all that meant. I don't mean to be cryptic, but I got to tease something for later on in the show. So yeah, we're getting close to wrapping this thing up. It's been quite a journey. Mark, I just saw you chime in. I will bring you in a moment. You know what? Actually, let me get Mark set up so if we jump back and forth, I don't have to go through this in the middle of the stream. So, real quick, I'm going to. Okay, he's in the green room. Let's go put him in a scene with me.
Hey.
All right, so we got Mark set up. Let me do a little quick maintenance on that and get. This is usually. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. Hang on. There we go. This is what we usually do backstage as we get things lined up. Yeah. Give you a little more color. Warm that up a little bit. Cool. And I'm going to also throw you into the next scene, Mark. Give me a second. How was your week, Mark? Tell me what's going on while I'm working on this stuff.
Pretty busy, man. Yeah, work's been kind of crazy, but that's life. Been having fun. I hope everybody's doing well out there. See Chandler Brothers. So that's Sean.
Yeah, I think
Sean.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys had a premiere tonight. I've just barely made it back tonight to get this thing up, but I guarantee you after the show, I will jump over there and watch their premiere video. I think it was a September Songtember or something.
Yeah, one of the Songtember things, I think. Yeah.
Bounce off this. Come back to that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Anything that the Chandler brothers do, Sean and Patrick, they're just great songwriters, great musicians, great singers, and they write such cool music. One of these days,
Sean and Patrick, you're both on the same connection, guys.
Yeah, so this has been really fun to explore the catalog of Dirty Helen, the band I was in. If you're curious and new to this, please go back to the earlier live streams and I talk about the band in depth and the stories that we went through and the breaks that we had, the breaks that we didn't, and shared a bunch of music. There's
It's been really cool
Yeah.
to hear some music that you haven't heard. Yeah. So yeah.
and there's still talks and possibilities of a Dirty Helen reunion this year. It could. We're in September, almost October, so it could be next year early, but we'll see. That's why this thing started. It's like if we're going to get together and rehearse, our music is kind of complicated. I better start learning it. And I thought, why not just learn it with my friends watching me? That really sounded narcissistic, but if you know what I mean. But yeah, so we're down to just the last four songs here. I do have to say the first song, Pulse, I'm going to jump over to that scene so I don't forget this time. This is not the first iteration of the song. We had actually done it a different way that I don't recall. We had a key change. We did the verses in one key and the chorus in another key. And then when we got in the studio to cut this record, for whatever reason, we decided, maybe because we were shooting for a radio single and shortening the song, we made these executive decisions. And I don't know why. Hey, Kinger's Music is here. So, yeah. The original version, which I'm going to dig up somewhere and share at some point, but I don't have it. But this was the demo. And the song is called Pulse, great lyrics. And it's just, I noodle all over this song. And I apologize in advance. That's how we did the demo. We were still searching for parts, but we're going to give it a shot.
Took me 5 years to lose my name. Took me 5 years to forget all these silly games. Notice you.
which is what I'd probably do live, is kind of shred over the ending of that. I don't know. I do want to show you guys a few things in that I find really special. I don't know exactly where they're at, but you got to hear. This is featuring Colin Alexander, which will be, he's not in that picture. That's the original band right there. But Colin Alexander was the bass player that had replaced our original bass player. And he's got a riff that sticks out. I'm just going to say that.
Take 5 years to find out exactly what I had to lose. Take 5 years to find out.
Ba-do-doodle-doodle-boodle-boom.
Take 5 years.
Damn, that's just tasty. Let me set up the next one. Mark, if you're there, come on in while
I'm here, man.
Okay, cool. Oh. So what did you think about that one, Mark? It's got a great groove
It's
to
really
it.
cool. It's yeah. It takes me back a lot of this stuff. It's just that it's of a real particular era that was
Yeah.
John Mayer was coming up.
Yeah, he wrote it late
was
90s, I think.
kinda there's I hear all these parallels in it that, but it still seems really relevant kind of music right now. You could play it now and it doesn't sound. It's not dated. It's
Yeah, because it's still not finished, probably 25 years later. But yeah, I love the lyrics.
a little more niche than a lot of stuff. But,
Yeah. And he repeats, those. It's been 5 years since this happened, and since I found the flame. Now I want to suffocate. I just love it. She bleeds, but not on the inside. She believes. And but stop, Doc. I think this one's got a pulse. We used to love to play that because the band would pop, Doc. I think this one's got a pulse. Just stab it, and get right back, and then come out of that into some kind of jam. Thank you, Linz. I really love the Dirty Helen sound too, even though it sounds arrogant to say that. But hey, Preston Smith, good to hear you working on some stuff. And you're jamming this Sunday with the band? Cool. Have you been talking about that on your streams? I got to catch those streams and find out more about it. Thank you, Chandler Brothers. Noodle fully approved. Just saying. Yeah, this won't be.
If you saw some of the things that pop up in my Facebook feed lately.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to talk about noodles.
And again, I've only got 4 songs queued up. If someone comes in later that is familiar with our set list and they want to hear something special, like if Gooch drops in and wants to hear a Gooch song, Chad drops in, we'll jump over and play one of those. But
what was the one that got me the other week? That someone was requesting and I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. It was one of your tracks that's got some really obscure name.
yeah,
Played it
so
like
many
week
have
before
obscure
last.
names.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Okay. It was something I can't remember. It was something about biscuits or something, or
I don't remember.
it's gone past. No, yeah.
Hey Les, thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah.
I do want to say this at the top of this show is that I've been looking at the YouTube analytics and stuff, and I've been just so overwhelmed and thankful for all the people that are checking in and watching these streams. But was like 87% of people that watch are not subscribed to the channel. So if you're watching this now, you haven't subbed, please do that. And
Hit
if you're
that
watching it
button,
on the rerun, every sub and the like just helps me get more music out. And I hate to be that YouTuber like we all are and say, hey, ring the bell, blah, blah, blah. But
It's part of the job, man. And, yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, this next song was one of my favorites when Greg originally wrote it. Yeah. And it's got great 3-part cluster chord harmonies, vocals. But again, this is one of those demos that didn't get. I don't even think I'm playing on this. So I'm just going to create a part for this. But another brilliant lyric by Greg McCormick. He's. Let me jump over there. Again, Dirty Helen is that band. And Greg is the guy in the front with his hands in his face, acoustic guitar, lead vocals directly behind him, and his hand over his head is Gary Batts, wonderful drummer, killer drummer. To the other side is Chad Haley, original bass player, backing vocal, and that's me. But this song is called Ill-Shaped Smoke Rings, and I just... it's short. I wish I had all the harmonies. Maybe one of these days we'll go back, get Colin and Chad, and get them over to the studio, and we'll cut the harmonies to these over the MP3 just so we can have them. But we'll see what it sounds like.
Records and things, ill-shaped smoke rings. I'd do anything. Another bone-splitting nail, the mansion I am building. In 2,000 years we live just right across your name. In 2,000 years more, I believe we'll live out all our trivial games. And my roulette wheel spins again. Well, I guess I'm leaving, and I'm taking all I can get. Records and things, ill-shaped smoke rings. Another bone-splitting nail, a mansion I am building. In 2,000 years we live, just climb to the top of the trees for the view. In 2,000 years more, I believe we'll wait for the harvest of the fruit. And my roulette wheel spins again. Well, I guess I've made a bet, and I'm taking all I can get. Records and rings, ill-shaped smoke rings. Another bone-splitting nail, the mansion I am building. Records and things, ill-shaped smoke rings. Another bone-splitting nail, the mansion I am building. 5, 6.
Yeah, I didn't play on that originally, but I know that was more of a sketch, but it is definitely an unreleased demo of a sketch. Let me just line up the next one.
it's cool to hear these ideas that are, not complete. And, yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely. And we did perform that song, but I I think it was just like one of those songs. Having a
Just
hard
didn't
time
quite
trying to
make
line
it.
that up.
Yeah.
That really worked live
Hmm.
as a time waster. Like if we're playing 3 hours or 4 hours, three
Yep. Yep.
hour and a half sets or something, because the drums and Greg could just Gary and Greg on the drums, just them and acoustic guitar could just like do a Dave Matthews thing, where they're just
Yeah,
kind
you
of
go
riffing off
wherever
of
you
each
want
other.
with it.
And then there's drone
Yeah.
stuff, and we would do that, and then we had these ill-shaped smoke rings and 3-part cluster harmonies, and we would just
Yeah.
it was cool to play live early.
Well, it really
Early in the
sounds to
band.
me like it's on that fusion edge of like you know the stuff so well that you can just take it wherever you want to go while you're doing it. It's kind of jazzy.
Yeah, yeah. And hello, Laurie. So good to see you tonight. And it's
Yeah,
it's interesting that you
Laurie and
mentioned.
Les. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw Les earlier.
yeah.
Is that Greg, the lead singer, didn't know music theory.
Hmm.
He knew the notes on his guitar, he knew that he was playing, this is a D and this is an A.
Hmm.
And he didn't know, harmonic minor and mixolydian scales, He knew what a blues scale was.
Could he?
He could hear it, and he
Yeah.
equated the
Uh,
notes in the scale as rungs on ladders, and he had
mhm.
perfect pitch, so he could sing. He could do intervals, singing intervals across a ladder, just nailing it. Because he didn't
Yeah.
know music theory, he wrote his own theory, which gave us such a unique starting point. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It was really a cool thing.
I really noticed that with his melodies. He, it really has that kind of jazz influence, but it's not, and it's kind of different. And you saying that, yeah, not formally trained or whatever, that yeah,
Yeah, and
it
his
just came out.
influences must have
Yeah.
been all over the map. He had
Hmm.
just a tendency to lean into dissonant chords and notes.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
instead of landing on the one, he would land on the second or the ninth, or the sixth, and or sustain it. Just broke all kinds of rules, and
Hmm.
it was just a brilliant band. They say the goal of every band member is to be the worst member in the band,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm a pretty good player, and that's what I felt like when I got with these guys. I had to up my game to stay up with these
Well, you
with these
did it, man.
cats. I
You
did.
did it.
I did.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just joy.
So what are we doing next?
We're gonna do the last one, which is this is one of the most requested songs that we never played live. A demo of the song
And
got out.
Laurie, yes, it is, and this was gifted me by
Yeah, this is my wife Stacy. Found
this
the
guy's
artist and had it
partner.
made. Yeah, only few of those exist.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have my coffee cup here, but I've got a coffee cup that when you tilt it, it's got that on the bottom.
Hmm.
Problem is, I'm left-handed with my
And we
coffee cup,
matched
so it's
tonight.
always
Yeah.
upside down. But this next one and the last one of the unreleased ones that I have was our most requested song we'd never played live. We cut the song. It never got mastered. We never got the background vocals put into it. Somehow a copy of it kind of got out and just went like wildfire through our following. By this point, this was 2 years into it, and we had blown up in Texas. So our following got quite
Yeah.
big, and every show, write me back. They wanted to hear this song. and we had never performed it. We only recorded it. So I like the song. If it's a little quiet, let me know, Mark, and I'll stop it and start it over. Again, it's not mastered, so I think the vocals are kind of buried in the beginning of the song. But it's a lovely song, and it's called "Write Me Back." Yeah, basically in the song, I played keyboards and strings and all that, the pads and stuff, but doing this for 3 minutes. That's not very fun to watch, but I do want to jump in on one thing. Share a funny story about this. We got to the solo, And you guys have met Christopher Gooch in the past, and we talked about Chris coming in and playing. He's a sax player, played on some of our other material. We were going to do have him cut the solo on the song, and so what I was trying to do was stay out of his way on guitar, and I want you to guess what song was in my head when I was recording this part.
If this message ever gets sent to you,
I know the riff. Hold on.
find me.
I can't.
It was
pull
a
the
band
song
that
out
you
of
would
my
not-
head, but I
it was a
know-
British
I know
band.
That riff. Yeah.
Let me give you a hint. I'm going to do it again. See if anybody in the chat gets this when I do the hint.
If this message ever gets sent to you,
I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it in my
find
head, but
me back.
No, Laurie, round here would have been so much cooler.
yeah, no,
It's a British band that you would not equate.
yeah, I know.
You would not equate it to a band of masculine Texas boys. Yes, she got it. Careless Whisper.
Yes, yep.
That old.
Yeah, it's that little. Yeah.
And then hang out. Yeah, so that was in my head, thinking that would give Gooch, place to really do. And then I think I don't remember if he came in and played on it. I think our producer said, yeah, no. Now it sounds like Wham! If with the sax on it. We're going to let the song breathe. But that's the way I remember it, and I'm going to stick to that story.
It's very cool, man.
Preston got it too. Yeah. It's a pretty song. We just never performed it live.
And that's a very underestimated band or whatever.
Oh, fantastic.
And they're tragedies, but yeah.
Yeah, of course, but
One of the best white soul singers ever. Yeah.
there's a cream for that. I don't know what that means. I'm not paying attention. But
No, maybe you should.
oh, hey Gary, I enjoyed your show last night, man. Yeah, next
What
week,
they're talking about. Yeah.
we're going to be diving in all the songs with, and I can say it now, Chad Haley. He was
So
the
Chad's
original
all-
bass player for
Yeah.
Dirty Helen. But Dirty Helen started as Chester's Folly with a bass player named Emil McAnally. He's a great bass player too, and Chad came in and replaced him, and then Chester's Folly became Dirty Helen. So I guess he is a founding member of Dirty Helen. But anyway, he is going to join me, and I don't think I'm even going to play next week. I might just have to on certain songs. I'm going to have my guitars on, ready, and standing by. But we're going to go through the songs that we haven't played, and most of the songs that we're going to be playing, we weren't playing after Colin came into the band. After we won the Battle of the Bands, National Battle of the Bands, and we're on tour, we were playing at that point newer material, and we were writing and recording like crazy. So this is the old original, and I know the original Dirty Helen fans are going to love. You're going to hear songs like Paid, Master of Fools, Hope Child, literally Literally was the name of our second album. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And those were really well recorded, and that's gonna be fun. And he's incredibly entertaining. He was our own personal. What's the guy's Carrie? Comedian, actor.
Fall Guy.
Something Carey. Come on, what am I thinking of?
Jim.
Jim Carrey. Yeah, Chad had an elastic face, and he did the perfect Jim Carrey, and just kept us in stitches. So, will I be playing "Happy Birthday, Tim"? To whose birthday is it?
Next weekend, like Friday, is Lindsay's birthday.
Oh,
And then Monday is mine.
oh, that's convenient. Have you guys met? That'd be cool.
Yeah, the big 6-0, mate.
There's an amp called Dirty Shirley. Yeah, I need to find that. There's also a beer and a bourbon
pedal.
called Dirty Helen.
Yeah,
I'm looking to try to buy this bottle of bourbon of Dirty Helen so I can share it with the boys. Yeah, last week we kind of went long, and I kind of ended up with only 4 songs left to play this week. But better to leave early than not to hang on too long, right?
I don't know. I loved the track you played last week, the pirouette.
Yeah, that was a bucket list. If anybody missed that was piano, 2 voices, and a string section, a real string section from the University of Texas at Arlington.
Porcelain came out pretty good too. Porcelain's another one that I really like of your stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't them though. That was mine.
Yeah.
But I think Featherhead played that too. Yeah, I was talking to Gary Alexander, and he says I need to do Woodshedding, my own music. But
Yeah, definitely.
at least if I did that, I have the stems, so I can actually mute the guitar parts on the tracks and play along instead of over it. But I don't know.
You've got a lot of demo stuff there that I know that I've heard that could be cool to develop.
Yeah,
Yeah, pick one of your, what was it, the lockdown phone
oh yeah.
sitting on the porch at Big
Oh,
Bear.
those are horrible. But I was writing a lot.
No.
My lockdown sessions where I was on the packed patio with unwashed hair
Man,
and a baby
there's
Taylor.
so many bits of them that are just, really cool to see the process. And okay,
Yeah.
we got this. What are we going to do with it? Yeah.
And there's some good song structures there, but singing into an iPhone at 3 a.m. on a patio. At least
Surprising
I've
what
got
you
some
can do with some of
documentation
that
of it.
stuff. Yeah.
Kids still will raise his glass to you. Psh. He just called us old.
Well, they're the little brothers. Yeah, so yeah.
Well, Mark, I can't wait to you, me, and Justin and Gary need to get together and have a Zoom thing and get back on board of getting this benefit together for Gary Alexander. We'll be we're going to be auctioning off guitars and music services and merch and swag, all to help my friend Gary Alexander, who's been diagnosed with cancer, and he's getting all the treatments for that. But he's a musician, songwriter, producer in Nashville. And I'm sure you guys have seen
one of the most
those.
beautiful souls that you'll ever meet.
Yeah, he's just one of my oldest friends and dearest. So yeah, we'll. I hope to. I hope next week's not the last Woodshedding Dirty Helen. I'm hoping that. I know I can get Colin in, but he can't do a Saturday because he's a working musician. He always works Saturdays. But I might get him to come in on a Thursday or something, or Tuesday, and record it and then premiere it on Saturday, and I can share that with you, the interview and the playing.
Mhm.
I still hope to get Greg McCormick, Gary Batts, if you're out there and you're watching this, which I hope you do because I sent them to you guys. I sent links to you. Hey, did you see the stream last night? Man, think about it. Come on, it's like joining a Zoom call. We got Mark here from Australia, and it's just seamless. So come join us
Kind
and
of
talk
feels
about the
scary
music.
at first to come and talk about stuff, but you get used to it.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Trivia. I'm going to hear this. What does this say? Stems came from Howie, labeled old. Yep. That sense. I'm going to put that back up there. That is true. Good knowledge there. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Hey, look, Doc knows his stuff. He's got a couple of years on the rest of us, so yeah.
Just barely.
Mm.
Well, I'm not gonna push this on and jibber jabber. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Laurie and Gary, thanks. And Les, Nagy, thank you so much for coming out here. Doc, almost always the first one on, last to leave. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
I already said Laurie, but I'll say it again. She's my girl. You're my girl, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. I don't remember what movie that's from. Lynn's, Miss Lady Rhoda Line Straight. Thank you so much for being here. Chandler Brothers, Sean and Patrick, thanks for being here. I will, once I get off this and shut everything down, I'm going to go to your channel, straight to YouTube. Go to Chandler Brothers on YouTube, people, and watch their premiere that they had. I believe it was today. I saw it pop up on my Apple
I
Watch.
think it was last night my time, but yeah.
Preston, thanks for coming by. Good luck with the band jam. If there's anybody I missed, Kinger's Music, thanks so much for dropping by. Heather, Feisty Feather, love you, girl. Hope you're doing well. Hope that things are going well in your world these days. And if I missed anybody, I'm scrolling up. I don't think I did. Mark, thanks for being here again. Justin,
Always.
thanks,
pleasure.
brother.
And Lynn's, love you, darling.
Yeah, one of these days we'll do a hang once, and just do. I do have a topic, and I want to bring people in the panel. Like, how do you deal with burnout? I've been going through it. 2 years of musical burnout, and I'm trying through the stream to get myself to get back on the horse. So, good night,
Very real
Laurie.
question.
Yeah, I need some input.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to say good night. Thank you, Brother Mark, and I'll talk to you soon. And everybody out, thanks for coming by. Next week, original member of the band going to be joining me, so that's going to be interesting. I'm going to shout that one out too early in the week through Facebook and try to get a bunch of people in here. So he was very loved by all the following. So that'll be cool. All right.
Good
Well,
stuff, man.
good night, everybody.
Take
Thanks
care, everyone.
again. I
Yep.
hope you enjoyed it.
See ya.